Hi students, today we are starting the topic free fall. Anything we are holding in our hand, we experience the weight since the earth is pulling that object and we are holding it means we are applying same force by which the earth is pulling that object. Suppose you are lifting a bag of 5 kg, earth is pulling with a force of 5 kg. We are lifting it because we are applying more than 5 kg force on that bag. So if you are holding anything, that means earth is pulling it. At the same time, you are holding it. So earth and you both are balancing that thing. This is acting and these two are called acting and reacting force. Now ball A and ball B you are holding in your hand. If you throw ball A, and this ball B just left, this ball A is thrown down, and ball B is just left. Remember the difference. Ball A you are throwing, and ball B you are just leaving. In this case, here there are two forces acting on ball A. One is force applied by a person throwing, and another is pull of earth. So this ball is experiencing two forces, and just leaving the ball or stone, whatever it may be, when you leave it, the earth is only pulling that object or ball. So this is the object or ball which is just pulled by earth is called in the state of free fall. Free fall is only possible in vacuum since buoyancy force, acting force, reacting force, and friction of air, speed of air, everything is affecting there. So free fall is possible only in vacuum. I am starting the explanation. The force of page number 11. The force of gravity due to the earth acts on each and every object. When we were holding the stone in our hand, the stone was experiencing this force, but it was balanced by force that we were applying on it in the opposite direction. Just to explain you. As a result, the stone is remained at rest. Once we release the stone from our hand, the only force that acts on it is gravitational force of the earth, and the stone falls down under its influence. Whenever an object moves, whenever an object moves under the influence of force of gravity alone, it is said to be falling freely. Thus, the released stone is in the free fall, bracket complete. Right? Short note on free fall. So, in this case, in these two cases, A is not a free fall. But case B is a free fall. you can understand very nicely. That's why you have to read this topic very nicely. Definitely there will be 2 marks question free fall. So once again I am reading the definition. Whenever an object moves under the influence of force of gravity alone, it is said to be falling freely. Thus, released stone is in a free fall. In the free fall, the initial velocity of object is zero and goes on increasing due to acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity is g, small g. Acceleration due to gravity of the earth. During free fall, the frictional force due to air opposes the motion of object and buoyant force also acts on the object. Buoyant force. When something is coming down, the buoyant force, the reacting force is also holding it. So, thus, true free fall is possible only in vacuum. This is give reason. Question is give reason. Free fall is possible only in vacuum. So there are 2 questions. Write short note on free fall, and second is give reason. Free fall is possible only in vacuum. So there is a formula for calculating motion of an object thrown upward. Acceleration is negative. Fill in the blank. Why acceleration is negative? Force is acting downward. The pulling force is acting downward. And velocity, stone is moving downward. Stone is, for calculating the motion of object thrown upward, acceleration is negative. When you throw something up, the stone or ball or object is moving upward. At the same time, the force is pulling downward. When movements are opposite of the force, the acceleration is negative. Force is pulling downward and object is moving upward. Acceleration is negative. So again I am reading it. For calculating the motion of an object thrown upward, acceleration is negative. That is, direction opposite to the velocity, and it is taken to be minus g. Here acceleration of gravity is equal to minus g. While solving examples of a stone thrown upward, you have to take always value of g negative. The magnitude of g is same, but the velocity of an object decreases because of its negative acceleration. So, last sentence of free fall is, the moon and the artificial satellites are moving only under influence of gravitational field of earth, thus they are in free fall position. Here it is give reason. In the upper part we got acceleration is always negative for the object thrown upward. For calculation, g should be always negative. We will see in the calculations. And last line is, the moon and artificial satellites are moving only under the influence of gravitational field of earth, thus they are in free fall. So this finishes the free fall note as well as 2 give reasons and some fill in the blanks. Okay. We are starting now the escape velocity. Escape means to get rid of, to get rid of. छुटकारा पाना. Check here. If you throw a ball after certain height, its velocity will be 0 meter per second and it will fall down to the earth. During cricket match, a person hits the ball very nicely. It goes much height, but after some time, it will come back to the earth. Newton started thinking there must be some force which will overcome this pulling force of the earth. So he started calculating. This is a pull of earth, it is pulling down every object. There must be some force value which can overcome this pulling force. And he said, when we will project that thing with that much velocity, the thing will go in the space and will not come back again. This was stated by Newton. Means up to certain limit pull is acting, higher something pulling down. At some level, the force of earth becomes zero, and that time the speed of the that object is also zero, and there it will be in the stationary state in the space. So this is, he said, escape velocity. The force which is required to get rid of gravitational force of the earth is called escape velocity. I am repeating it, please note. The force which is necessary for getting rid of gravitational force which is pulling down the things. Once you throw the thing, it should go in the space. It should not come back. That much force is called escape velocity. Then we know the velocity equation of Newton. V square is equal to 2as. A means acceleration, S means displacement. A is acceleration, S is displacement, traveling. So after some time, after some height, the speed becomes 0 meter per second. So final velocity is 0. Final velocity is 0. Remaining things, u means initial velocity plus 2 into bracket minus g. Just I explained you. For the object which is thrown upside, the gravitational force is negative. So g is negative. And the displacement. By solving this and transferring the things to one side, we got the formula. Displacement S is equal to minus u square upon 2g. By this, we can calculate the displacement of any object thrown upward in the space or whatever it may be. The displacement means, suppose you have projected a satellite and at what height it will reach, at what height it will reach. This will give you the main displacement. So this is the explanation of escape velocity. There will be a portion of short note, write short note on escape velocity. So it has got explanation on page number 13. 13. Escape velocity. The force of gravity becomes zero only at infinite distance from the earth. This means that for the object to be free from the gravity of the earth, it has to reach infinite distance from the earth. That is, the object will come to rest at infinite distance and will stay there. This is the actually object. Our object is to send that thing in the space. So explanation of this is in the previous paragraph. Page number 13, last but one paragraph. Fourth line. The value of G keeps decreasing as we go higher above the surface of Earth. We have learned whenever you go upside, the value of G goes on decreasing. Thus, the force pulling the object downward decreases as the object goes up. Just I told you, when that object moves up to certain level, at certain level, the value of that velocity becomes zero. At the same time, the pull of the earth is pulling down. Pull of the earth is pulling down. So, when you throw something up at certain level, the force as well as pulling force as well as the velocity becomes zero. That distance must be in such a way that pull of the earth should be zero and the velocity is also zero. Then that thing will remain in the space. Once again I am explaining. When you throw something, its velocity goes on decreasing and decreasing and decreasing. At a certain level it becomes zero and it starts falling down because of the pull of the earth. But send that object in such a height that that object goes on, its velocity is decreasing, and at certain level it becomes zero. At the same time, the pull of the earth, gravitational force must be also zero. Then it can be kept in that orbit or space, whatever it may be, that object will be kept there. So, thus the force pulling the ball downward decreases as the ball goes up. If we keep increasing the initial velocity of the object, it will reach larger and larger heights, and above a particular value of initial velocity of the ball is able to overcome downward pull by the earth and can escape the earth forever and will not fall back on the earth. This velocity is called escape velocity. Once again I am reading it. Listen carefully. They have used there a ball. I am using word object. The value of G means acceleration due to gravity, keeps decreasing as we go higher above the surface of the earth. Thus, force pulling the ball downward decreases as the object goes up. The value of G keeps decreasing. Acceleration is decreasing. Force is also decreasing. So, if we keep increasing the initial velocity of the object, it will reach larger and larger heights, and above a particular value of initial velocity of the ball instead of ball you use object. While answering, it should have some weightage. Use the word object. Velocity of the object is able to overcome the downward pull of the earth and can escape the earth forever and will not fall back on the earth. This velocity is called escape velocity. In simple language, if you throw something or project something, project means rocket. If you project something, keep the initial velocity in such a way that that object goes on moving upward. At certain level, its value of velocity goes to be will be zero. The value of velocity after reaching some height will become zero. At the same time, the pull of the earth, gravitational force pulling down, should be zero. Then that object will remain in the space permanently. That initial velocity u is called escape velocity for that particular object. On page number 14, he has calculated and given the value. The escape velocity should be 11.2 kilometers per second. If you are throwing something at the velocity of 11.2 kilometers per second, 11.2 kilometer per second, then that thing will reach in the space and earth will not pull back that thing downward. This is escape velocity. Refer notes, you will get the best notes, and 2 marks are fixed for this note. Examples will be there. We are going to solve them depending on this topic. So this finishes our main lesson, gravitation. Next lesson will be classification of elements. I will in the future time, the recent future time, I am going to take it very nicely, classification of elements. Before that, I am starting lesson quadratic equation of algebra. So get ready for algebra. Thank you.